thing.
Right.
I know there's another name for it, but I can't fucking think of it right now. This cloudy, cold weather got me all fucked up.
Man, I'm just like, I'm stupid today.
I just wanted to sleep all day yesterday.
I'm stupid today.
I am. Like, I just...
And today it got started too quick. I didn't even have time to finish my coffee.
It was 9:50 when I woke you up.
Right.
I know.
But mine...
We went to bed before midnight.
Austin and Mason rolled in at like 8:15 and
started with the hell raising.
Yes. Tearing the house down to install all the...
But yeah, I think that if it were me, I dare say I would have just let that one go. You know, I don't think I would have pressed charges. It would have been like, you know,
the one I'm talking about that got involved with it, Kim Kardashian got involved with. Her name was Senatoya Brown, and
Senatoya.
Yeah, and I may be, mispronouncing that,
or not. Who the fuck knows? It's not a real name.
But like she had served time, and because all of the celebrities, and Kim Kardashian's the one that steamrolled it. You know, I don't normally have anything good to say about her, but in this case, she did a really good thing. They kept at it until this girl was given a full clemency.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, I think she was serving a life sentence. That's right. It says right here she was serving a life sentence. Her situation... She was in prison in Tennessee. She was a teenage prostitute when she shot a man, like basically shot her pimp dead.
Okay.
And was trying to... she did this in 2004. So she was 16 at the time. He picked her up and was driving her home, and something happened, and she was fearing for her life, and she killed him, and she had been in prison then for like 12 years at that time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so they really started it was. I was hearing it on the talk shows. It was on all the tabloid news. I mean, they were really like Instagram. It was all over. They were making these videos, and within like a year, they had her out and pardoned.
It's amazing what money will do.
Well, yeah, that's
money and people that can make enough noise.
Yeah,
that's
people that have a platform.
Yep.
And now, so she's been given clemency and everything. She's free.
So if she's given clemency, does that mean her record's expunged?
No, well, listen. Her only condition she has to meet is she'll be on parole for 10 years.
Don't be killing people.
And if she can't violate any state or federal laws.
So wait a minute, she'll be on parole or probation?
It says parole.
Then if she's on parole, then it still carries the same weight as.
Yeah, they're just saying basically they let her go with time.
They've commuted the rest of her sentence.
Right,
okay.
and then once if she does those 10 years. Then all will be...
Okay, then what's the difference between parole and probation?
Parole is actually like a trial thing, letting you out, and if you don't commit any crimes, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Where probation is...
Parole is associated with actual prison time. Probation is basically the same kind of situation.
But before you serve time.
In lieu of prison time.
Right, parole is they let you out early. Probation is you didn't have to go and serve time, but if you do it again, that's revoked and your ass goes to jail.
Yeah.
Unless you're my mother.
Well, yeah. I mean...
we're just going to keep adding on to it.
Well, and that does bug me because there are certain people, and there's somebody in... I don't want to say she's in my life because she's not. She's on the outskirts of my life.
In the periphery.
Yeah, and... Damn, anybody else would have been under the jail. But this dumb bitch just gets chance after chance after chance after chance. And I'm like, fuck, who's she blowing? What's she doing? Because clearly, I don't understand how some people could just have the whole book thrown at them. And you're like, I understand they committed a crime, but other people that commit the same crime are just out here doing their thing.
I don't understand how you can walk into a jail with drugs in your purse and get probation.
Right, I feel like if I did that, I wouldn't get another chance. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've never done anything in my life. So how do these people that keep doing shit like that? It's like something ain't right.
Yeah, that's part of the problem I have with the legal system. Mm-hmm. You know, this vast disparagement.
Because it's not,
and
it's not impartial and fair.
No, it's not. And I don't want to get into something about it's white privilege or whatever the fuck. It's, you know what it is? I don't know what it is with your fucking mother.
I don't know either.
Because she ain't got money. She, I guess. I mean, she must give the best head in Texas because that bitch ain't never spent a night in jail.
But like, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I do believe black and brown people have it worse off than the average in that situation.
Sometimes.
I said an average.
Okay. Yeah.
There are exceptions to every rule.
Yeah, because look at OJ.
Right, but
he literally got away with murder.
But he had bucks.
Yeah,
and
money talks.
Like
and fame and
and he got to fuck his lawyer's wife.
And the thing is, like, you know, I believe they're all like strikes against you. Like being poor is a strike, being brown is a strike, being black, and then like, you know, it gets worse. I mean,
you know what? I bet. Don't hold me to this because I'm sure there's not been some, you know, multi-million-dollar government-funded study, but I bet ugly people don't get as fair a shake as pretty people.
No, I bet not.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're
Cole doesn't think
he's
so
an
either.
idiot though. Nobody cares what he has to say. Yeah, I mean,
white, pretty, blonde, rich, famous.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get
or
away
you know,
with anything.
Like or like the better educated, the higher your original social standing, whether that be old money, new money, power, whatever, you're always going to fare better in these situations. Mm-hmm. Where the farther down the ladder you are in the beginning, the more you're going to get fucked, and that's just the truth. And that's why we can't say it's impartial, because it's not.
No, absolutely.
I mean, we talk about cases every day that prove that.
Mm-hmm.
Or not every day, but every Sunday.
Right.
You know, and it's another one of those things. I don't know how to fix it. I mean, obviously it's broke. I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, because the problem is
people that have more money are always going to be able to buy themselves out of trouble.
Well, but you're also, I mean, you're looking at in if you're buying yourself out of trouble, corruption.
Yeah.
But then if you go to trial, you're talking about the psychology of the jury.
Right, because, well, this is an upstanding citizen, has a business that employs, you know, there's so many ways you can spin that shit to make it look like a one-off or make it look like an error in judgment.
Yeah, people will be like, this guy's been doing good his whole life.
Right, where this other guy who maybe he's been doing petty crime since he was a kid because that's how he was putting money on the, you know, food on the table, you just don't know. And I'm not saying that makes it okay, it doesn't.
Right.
But it's so much easier to spin it when you've got all this, well, look, he lives in a nice house, he's got a nice family.
Like that Brock Turner kid.
Right.
That's a prime example. Yeah, that bastard.
That's like prime.
But, yeah, he got away with raping somebody, but you look at, I mean, they're black kids or black families that are rich that get away with shit too. And you know, like I said, OJ literally got away with murder.
I understand that, and like I think it's.
See, but then you have something like Bill Cosby. That motherfucker was America's dad, and they put him under the jail.
Yeah, but
you know?
I think it happened at the wrong time.
Right,
you know, like
that was in the middle of the Me Too movement and all
all the stars were aligning against him.
Yeah.
And I think really that's the reason.
That's another thing. Power was going against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if it was common people he was raping.
Yeah. Well,
no,
and the thing was, it was the outrage of he was held up on such a pedestal.
Right.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. In that case, what he did was such an affront to our sensibilities. We were like, what? You were my black TV dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because who didn't like the Cosbys? Like, that was a phenomenon.
Yeah, we all grew up watching that.
Yeah, you know.
I was always more of an Uncle Phil kind of guy.
Well, yeah, I could roll better with Uncle Phil. But I mean, like, he was so... Like, the Cosbys crossed all the lines. Like, it didn't matter about race. You know, everybody loved him. It wasn't just like a black show. The act, you know. And so people were just horrified that this man that they put so much trust in, it was like basically Santa Claus turned out to be a perv.
Yeah.
You know.
Not even a perv, a fucking rapist.
Yeah. And so and then with the timing, I think the outrage that was already swelling from other things, they were like, oh, no, not Bill Cosby too. We can't have it. You know?
Right, because I mean, there was the Weinstein stuff, the Kevin Spacey thing.
Yeah,
which I think it's weird that his accuser died,
committed suicide. Yeah, well,
yeah, committed suicide.
I don't know.
With air quotes.
I don't know enough about, because I was never a big Kevin Spacey fan. I just didn't get into that.
I'm not either,
case.
but you're not going to convince me that someone committed suicide when they're trying to press sexual assault charges against a celebrity.
I don't know, Chris.
It seems suspect to me.
Absolutely, it needs to be looked into, but I would not.
But it won't be. Well, they've ruled it a suicide. What is there to look into?
But what I'm saying is, I could make the case for it to go either way. Like you don't understand the heavy psychic load of carrying that kind of stuff, and then the backlash, and you can't underestimate that either.
Yeah,
because having your being sexually assaulted. It's like, your sense of self is forever, like, the sanctity of who that was like put under attack, and I think that's one of those things that you never really heal from, and when all the dirt comes out, maybe it was just too much. You think, I'm going to pursue this, I'm going to nail his motherfucker to the wall so it don't happen again. You start with perfectly good reasons, but then it gets heavy,
right?
And everybody's up in your business trying to victimize the victim.
Well, yeah, assassinate your character.
Yeah. Oh well, you must have asked for it, or you were dressed like a whore, or you did this, or you did that. My favorite meme going around right now is it's basically, and I'm paraphrasing because but it's like, I don't want to hear this bullshit about how she was dressed made her get raped, because there was rape when people were covered from head to toe. It's a thing that's always existed. It has nothing to do with how you dress or how rapists are going to rape. That's the reason there's rape, is because of rapists, and that's it. And so, yeah, I mean, I hope nobody offed them, but then again, I hate the thought that they were damaged enough that they couldn't go on. So there's not a good answer there.
Yeah, I just think that the timing is suspect.
Oh, yeah, of course. But at the same time, maybe all the emotional turmoil from having to imagine sitting on the stand, I can't even, that would have to be hard.
Yeah. So another one we have here is Susan Smith, who killed her children.
Fuck her right in the ass.
I'm sure all the guards have.
She likes it, though.
Well, I mean, that's cool. She is the one. What did she do to her kids?
She strapped them into the back seat of the car
and drove it in the river.
Drove them into that lake.
Pushed the car and watched it.
And watched it.
Okay.
All
because her boyfriend didn't want kids.
All because she was getting a divorce, and the guy she was trying to get with, who owned, his daddy owned the company she worked for, the factory or whatever, didn't want kids.
So I guess letting her husband have sole custody.
They were
didn't
18
make sense.
months and 3 maybe.
Yeah, one was about 2.5, 3, and then the other one was a toddler still.
So I guess I guess giving custody to her husband, that didn't make sense. Never crossed her mind. Why the fuck would you do that?
No. Well, and she cries every Christmas.
Yeah, that's
Boo fucking who.
Yeah.
Cry for those babies.
She's stuck in prison.
Yeah, cry for those babies. Can you imagine? The one I think about is her husband. He, he's never. He's probably.
I don't know how he could ever trust a woman ever again. With her own children,
right? It's like, it's not like a step parent situation, and like you said, how can he ever trust
wouldn't make
again?
It better either.
Well, no, but I mean, if you'll do it to your own babies, there's literally
no one you could trust.
Like, I just can't. He has beat the shit out of himself for all these years. Like, what could I have done? And that just makes me sick when she's in here. Like, I read the article, and they have to escort her everywhere they go. 2 guards, male and female, because she's like, a whole slew of guards have been fired for fucking her because she just like, gross bitch.
Well, apparently she loves prison because she looks a lot fucking better than she used to.
It's all
she don't even look like the same
facials
person
that she takes.
Well,
come on, that was funny.
No, I'm just so disgusted by her in general. Then to like try and put it out there. You're so. It was I don't remember what she said. It was something like, "I'm not a monster, bitch." I disagree.